Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to So Untapped for yet another fun edition. Let's start with the usuals. If you're not following us on the socials, remember that's facebook.com/Solatry, Instagram at Solatry underscore. Don't forget the underscore. Also, follow us on our new podcast on Spotify and now Apple Music. Look up Solatry as well as YouTube. You can catch this live and replay it. And now back to regular programming, straight to our show with the extremely talented David Sosa. What is up, my brother?
What's going on? I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, happy to have you. It's like you have an amazing voice.
Thank
What
you.
I love, like when I first heard about you, Jose sent me a page. Going through your page, it's like it's hard to not go through all of your posts and just smile and feel the positivity. Aside from just the talent that you're clearly sharing with us all, so I love that. I really would love for everybody to get to know you a lot more. And if they're not, definitely follow him on Instagram. I'm gonna let him provide that because that's all on him. So let's start with your socials. Give that to him.
All right. So IG and Twitter are at DAVSOS, Dave Sos. You can find me on TikTok, Dave Sos 720. I'm on Facebook. My fan page is d.sosa, and also my regular page is David A. Sosa. You can also visit my website, which is www.officialdavidsosa.com. And I'm on pretty much every platform, so you can find me in all of my music.
Nice, nice, nice. Yes, get that all out there and get it all quick. Everybody, jot that down. You got to rewind, rewind. Well, when you can do so, we're live now. But yeah, let's go to it. So, how are you tonight? Let's start with that.
I'm good. I'm good. I've been kind of on rest mode for the last 2 days because of the snow. So I didn't have to go into this to Manhattan and catch the train and go to work. I've been able to work at home, which is cool. Which allows great space for stuff like this. I get to actually rest and hydrate and chill out. So it's much needed.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. How have you been spending these snow days? Anything music related? Anything going into your art?
Definitely been writing a lot of music, been just getting my thoughts together on song structures and things I want to write about. Been challenging myself to write about not only things I've been through or are currently going through, but life in general and things maybe from other people's perspective as well. So just challenging, perspectives of writing.
Nice, nice. Is that kind of things that you generally write about when you're going towards your music, like experiences, or do you venture out in other directions?
My experience, my writing style usually, I'm a Cancer, by the way. I'm zodiac, and I'm a zodiac person. I always pay attention to astrology.
So, he's
As a
saying
Cancer,
cry.
I'm very emotional. So I write a lot about romance and love, but I also write a lot about pain. And it's really about the feelings, right? Everything that's involved in it. And so how I process my thoughts sometimes are just like writing so many random things. And it winds up always becoming musical. It winds up always having a rhyme scheme or some type of something that turns into music no matter what. So it's like I hear it as song all the time.
Right. So, as a Cancer, essentially, he will cry and then stab you while singing a song doing
That
so.
part. So I tell people like, if you see me crying, it's because I'm mourning you in advance. I know.
I'm about to cut you, but hold on. We need a soundtrack to this moment. Please hold. That's funny. That's funny. I definitely there's more things I want to get into, but I definitely do want to start with getting into your music. So let's start us with the first song.
All right, awesome. So the first song is called "All I Need," and yeah, it's a fun one. Baby, let me holler at you. There's something we gotta do, but I wanna make things very clear. See, I'm really single, babe, and I ain't trying to get back no thing, but I'm trying to get right into you. I wanna knock on that door. If you let me in. I wanna be on the wall and get a good ride in. I'm in need of healing, babe. I'm on that Marvin Gaye. So let me know what you wanna do. I need to survive. this night. Oh, yeah. Although I'm bound to do this again, I'm okay with a one night stand. As long as we stay on the same page. To the recent history, I know that we can't be getting caught in our feelings. But if it's loving in me, I'm here to please. I'm even down on my knees, and you can serve it to me. Not trying to think about life. A healthy distraction seems nice. So let me know if it works for you. Oh, I need to survive. Oh, there's just too much to unpack in my head. It's much too cold in my home and in my bed. I admit I'm using you, and it just ain't right. Just need some affection to help me get through this night. 'Cause you're all I need. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I need some affection. I need some attention. So tired, so tired of being by myself. I'd just rather be inside of somebody else. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All I need.
Whew. Boy, the pipes. Exactly what he said. You better sing. You better sing. So, question, because I love to ask this, and I always love to know when did you start singing? Like, when did you realize, like, yo, I gotta fucking set our pipes on me. I'm gonna use these.
Wow. It's hard for me to think of myself like that. Honestly, I'm still in that phase of like I just do what I do. Um, I think the earliest memory that I really have, I'll say two like big memories. First was I think it was like 1989, 1990, Mariah, and she was singing "Love Takes Time." She was walking on this beach or something, and I just remember hearing her sing, and she was just giving it. And I was like, I want to sing, like I want to do that, whatever that is, I want to do it. Um, and then there was a moment, it was like later on, I'm really dating myself right now, but Patti LaBelle had did a live concert with the Boston Pop Choir, and she sang Eric Clapton's Tears in Heaven. And I remember her singing and standing in front of this like orchestra and choir, and every hair on my body, and I'm a hairy dude, as you can see, every hair on my body just stood up, and I was like, I want to do that. Whatever that is, I need to make people feel what that woman just made me feel. Like I want to do that. And so I just studied. I like listened to plenty of singers, like from every genre you could think of, every age group and time period, and just studied and studied and listened. And I wanted to be an eclectic singer who can sing jazz, sing opera, sing R&B, gospel, and just do it all because it's music, and it just fed me.
It's funny that you say that because I was listening to that song and I'm just like, you sound like something, but you don't sound like something at the same time. So I'm just like, who are you reminding me of? But it's too many people all at once. So it's kind of like when the song started. It was funny that you were singing before we got on the show, Put Your Record On, because I was just like, okay, this is giving me a little bit Corinne Bailey. But then you just started hitting these runs, and your voice was boom, and I'm just like, whoa, hold on, no, that's way out there. So when it comes to studying all these different people, like, who are the people that you mainly turn to? Because we all have the people, we turn to for inspiration, or even just listen to get in that zone.
So much. Like, I mean, like my two, I have to say the favorites, but like my two favorite male artists of all time, as far as like male singers that really helped influence me, is Luther Vandross. I think Luther Vandross was an amazing singer. There will never be another writer and arranger. Donny Hathaway. Donny Hathaway, his whole Live at the Bitter End album, like if you don't feel anything, you're dead. Something's wrong with you. Like it is a brilliant like masterpiece of his music and how he did it. As far as like female singers that I love Mariah, that's my girl. I love Rochelle Farrell. For those who don't know her, she's amazing. I listen to so many people. Jazz. I love Sarah Vaughan and Cleo Lane and Ella Fitzgerald. And I mean, just so many different people. So it really just depends. Like I can pick from genres and be like, oh, I love this one. I love this one. I like right now some of the people I'm listening to. I love me some Fantasia. I love Jasmine Sullivan, Ari Lennox, Duran Bernard, Lucky Day. Like these artists that are really singing about something and really can do what they do well. Like I'm really, really digging it.
It's funny that you say Jasmine, because that was one of the people when I was trying to box you somewhere, which you're unboxable. Can't really put you in one place, but that was definitely one of the people I was thinking of.
I love Jasmine, so I appreciate that.
Entirely too underrated. Anybody listening, you better go stream her right after you stream David. Immediately after. But nah, we got some more questions, but first we got the next song. So what do you got for us, David?
So this is my heartbreak song. I call it my Adele song. This was like one of my favorite songs on the album. It's called Falling to Pieces. Yeah, we'll get into that.
It's a cancer. If y'all didn't expect this to come.
Right. It was get the Kleenex. My heart's falling to pieces, shattered remnants do fall, drifting down just like raindrops. Don't feel nothing at all. Can't see through the haze of my emotions. Clouds obscure my view. So no matter how hard I try, no clear vision of you. It's like I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. Falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. Falling to pieces. Falling to pieces. Oh, how my cries they echo off these lonely bare walls. Do my best to pick myself up, but I seem to just stumble and fall. Oh, I go through the motions very well, a performance profound. But no matter how hard I try, find myself right back on the ground. It's like I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. Falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. Falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. So I sit by myself, contemplate And I just pray that the root of the hurt that you caused would go away. Every dream, fantasy, pictured you somewhere in my life. So the thought of no more you and I cuts like a knife. My heart is falling. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm falling, broken. I'm broken. I'm broken. Oh, yeah. Every night when I come home, I face the fact that I'm alone. So used to dealing with us and we, but now there's only me. Oh, you broke me down. I'm strong and I know I'll come back around. Oh, I'm still hurting right now. Oh, oh, I'm grateful to you. All that you put me through. All that you put me through. It gives me time to realize, to trust in myself and work on my healing, my healing, my healing, my healing, my healing.
Mm. I want to put the J Hud on the voice right now. Just like throw my shoe at the screen. I ain't trying to break my laptop though. It was expensive. Ooh.
That song always hits home for me, and that's my first time actually performing it live. I haven't performed that song live ever.
Oh
So
yeah. Well, first. I just want to say, probably not so good for you, but I'm just glad you got your heart broken because that was a song. That was a song. You know, when you start with my heart's broken to pieces, shattered remnants, I'm like, oh, somebody done fucked up. But that was it. Just such a strong start. One from the beginning is like just drags you in. And you're just like, ooh, and you feeling it the entire way.
thank you.
And then you really just you pour your soul into not just with the lyricism, you hear it in your voice. And them runs, you can't sleep on those runs at all. You was out here killing the whole song.
Thank you, thank you. It's funny because like when I wrote the song, even though it's referencing this notion of like broken to pieces, it's actually conceptually like it's not about really me breaking up with someone and the heartbreak of that. It's that weird awkward moment when you're used to being in a relationship and it's like you're two, it's us, we, everything, you're buying two of everything, and you're broken up now and you're still reaching over to touch somebody, or you're buying two of everything, or you're coming home with something you thought that they would like, or you should be going to share your news with somebody and nobody's home, like it's just you. And so it's like that breaking to pieces is like you're breaking from this unit and kind of rebuilding yourself back up to who you are now as an individual, single again, and whatever. So it was an interesting place to find myself in as a Cancer, crying ugly I literally was crying ugly on the road. I had to pull over and record that because it came to my head and I just started like, voice noting it right then and there. Cancer shit.
Real Kansas shit. I love that though. I really do. How long would you say it took you to put this whole song together?
I wrote this song about 12 years ago. That was my last horrible relationship, and that's actually why I just pieced everything. I called it Journey to Love because it really was taking me through this whole journey, and I realized from step to step what I was going through, what I was learning about myself, and about how I love and how I want to be loved. But I wrote that song about like 12 years ago, and it probably took me about, I would say maybe an hour or two to just set up everything because I had different voice notes I had to piece together and like this one goes here, this part goes here, and then I just heard it all through. And luckily 12 Keys, who actually produced the album and this song and composed it, I heard that string part from the beginning, like that strings were like heavy in my head. I'm like, I need this. I have the chorus, and he finally got this like awesome strings to go with it, and I'm really happy about that song. I felt like it really was a baby come to life, an idea and concept that really came through.
Nice. BT Dubs, just because Mr. Sosa here is slacking, audience, you can find this song on Journey to Love on his streaming platforms, released in September. It's out now to download. That shit is already downloaded straight to my phone after the first 5 seconds of him singing it. I'm sure if you haven't done it yet, get on to Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you are listening to your music from. Download that shit.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about that album a little bit because we got time. So how long did it take you to put all this together? Because I find it crazy that Falling to Pieces is on here and it's a 12-year-old song. So how did you put everything together?
I think I wrote the majority of this song back then. I think there's only 2 songs. I think All I Need I wrote probably maybe 4 years ago. Let Me Know on the album, which is the more dancier one, that I wrote within the last 2 years with dating someone I was interested in and trying to figure out how that felt. When you're dating someone, you kind of don't know how they feel. You know that you're feeling them, but you don't know if they're really feeling you and to what degree. So that's where I was at, and I was like, And so Let Me Know was the concept of that song. But I mean, the whole album itself, I sat on this album for about maybe 3 or 4 years. And I started another project and I started singing these more inspirational songs. So I felt like I really, got through some stuff and learned some lessons. And my spirit was like, you can't start your story from the middle. You need to go back and let people know how you got to this place, because if not, you're giving us half the story. And I was like, I guess, me arguing with my higher self. So so yeah, I was actually my friend Ramona Montañez, who's an amazing artist and singer on this. She had wrote a song with producer 12 Keys as well called When I Close My Eyes. And it just inspired me. It was just such an amazing piece vocally and everything that I was like, how am I sitting here with my gift, with my song sitting on a voice note somewhere on my phone, and I'm not doing anything with this? Meanwhile, my friend here, who's an amazing singer and artist, is doing her thing like right before me. Like I should be doing the same thing. Like she just inspired the hell out of me. I keep telling her, I'm like, you're my muse. Like there wouldn't have been no album if Ramona Montañez did not put out When I Close My Eyes, and y'all need to hear that song. But yeah, I just put it all together probably within the last like 3 years or so, 3 or 4 years of just piecing songs together that I wanted to record and what I felt told a cohesive story. And everything else was money and time, money, time, and fighting fear inside. Right? I really want to be this public with some of the process of what I went through. It's like my journal set to music, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to do that, but I said yes to purpose, and I did it.
Yeah, no, I could definitely feel you on that. So now that this is out and it's been out a few months, what projects are you currently working on that we can look forward to in 2021?
I recently signed with a publishing company, Steady Grind Music. So they're really helping me with just getting my music out there and shopping it around to folks and see what deals can come from that. And I believe they have affiliation with Sony, which is awesome. But at the time, I'm just writing. I have some producers, Mr. Diggy Diamond, also a Steady Grind, who sent me some music. So I've been working on that. I started writing to that. I have some other producers and artists that have sent me stuff that they want me to kind of work on, and some other collaborative efforts. So I'm just been listening, writing, again, trying to challenge myself to write to different music than I normally would write to, and write from different perspectives. So that's pretty much where I'm at now, just the creation process. And then we'll see what's cohesive enough to really bring together.
Oh, he's a busy bee. I like that. Good. Happy for you. Very happy for you.
Thank you.
So now let's say we're going to step into the world of imagination right now. Your next album, you can do, say, 3 features, any artist ever, 2 singers, 1 rapper. Who would they be?
Wow. A rapper producer I would love to work with is Missy. I
I
want to work with Missy. Have to. It's Missy. It's
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
hey, I definitely would work with Ari Lennox,
Hmm.
and I would say Duran Bernard. Those are two artists I would really love to work with, and I would totally fan out on. Like, you can show me a bunch of other people, but I would probably fan out on those two because I just think contemporary music, like what they're doing and their sound, is like really its own thing. It's so smooth and so pretty, and lyrical content even. So yeah, I would like to work with them.
Nice, nice, nice. You didn't have to think hard on that one. You ready? Manifest. It's in there. It's in there.
And I will always work with Ramona Montanez. I will always work with that woman.
She here. She watching. She
I
look.
know, that's my girl. That's my girl.
I love it. I love the love. I love the support. I love the teamwork. Now let's bring us home. Your last track, "Laugh." What do you got for us?
All
Tell us
right.
before you sing it. Tell us
Mhm.
about it first.
So this was the end of my relationship. This was me at the time having to live with my ex because we could not afford to break the lease and we were broken up. And a lot of anger came up, a lot of resentment came up, especially knowing that, I may have just been living life that was not dependent on this person anymore, that was not focused on them and their ego, whatever the case may be. So we got into a really, really bad fight, and they were like screaming and cussing and calling me all sorts of names and almost in my face. And I had usually old David would have like scrapped, but I started laughing. I started to literally laugh and die laughing. And the funny thing was, like, it's such a revelation came to me that I'm like, I don't even have nothing to give you. Like, you want to really get me angry and get a rise out of me and have me acting up. And for what? Like, I'm going to pay you in laughter. That's the only thing you're going to get from me because I'm laughing at the gall and audacity, but I'm also choosing joy and I'm choosing happiness, which is a choice. And it's a powerful choice. So once I learned that, I just started writing to it, and that's how you got laughed.
Wait, before you get into it, just two comments I got. The first one is I'm dead at the I'm laughing at the gall and audacity because
Yes,
same.
because you tried it. Because you tried it. But also, I'm choosing joy because I'm not going to give you these hands. I'm going to give you this laughter instead.
And it's also laughter because I'm gonna constantly circle back and attack your sign this entire show. That Cancer. That laughter was a ha ha, I'm sad, ha ha, I'm hurt, ha ha, you're probably gonna die. I know y'all. My sister is a Cancer. I know how y'all get down. Y'all are some emotional sickos.
No, it's so funny because in that moment, it wasn't that moment. That laughter really was like, you really think that you got me. Like, you would normally push this button and I would be distraught. I would be in my head. I would question everything. Like, I would really get down. And that's the kind of manipulation and toxic relationship it was for me. So for me to stand in my power and stand in my laughter and in my joy, it was huge. And I was like, I got to write about this because we face adversity and obstacles almost daily, some of us, right? And we know that we can choose joy and we can still find something to laugh about and find something to focus on that brings us happiness. We're good. Because if you focus on the negative, you're just going to keep experiencing that. It's going to become a constant power. You're feeding power to that. So I had to learn. I still go through my phases, trust me, song and all. But I have those moments where I get to remind myself, like, David, just laugh at this because it just don't react to it in the way you want to react.
Okay, come on, growth.
All
Come on,
right, come on, bro.
maturity. Let's do this. All right, let's get into laugh, man.
All right, let's do it. I'm determined to be carefree, to keep my eyes on the prize, to keep my head to the sky. Cause I know to keep my happy, I request you stay away from me with your negativity. Yeah. You can't get the best of me, won't have me reacting crazy. because I simply just love. I 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 love. You don't get to diminish me or where I come from or what I've done. 'Cause I got joy inside my soul. You may not get it, and you may not know what you see in me, and hate is what you don't and probably won't have. Because I simply just love. I love. Ooh, oh, ooh, yeah. I love. Let's keep that up. I love. My consciousness is raised, my vibrations high. I tasted freedom, so I know that I can fly. I'm grounded, both feet on the earth. My crown is above, my throat chakra full of love. I sit back and laugh. Oh, I throw my head back and laugh. I love. Oh, say you won't steal my joy. You won't get a rise out of me. Because my reaction will always simply be to laugh, to laugh, to laugh, to laugh, to laugh. And that's it. That's my song.
I love that one too. I really, really, really do love that one. There encapsulates all that growth we were just discussing. I do. I love it a lot. Something I definitely need to listen to when I feel like being a psychopath. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that one.
I have my moments.
Oh man. So we got I think my favorite comment all night, your girl Arlene commented throat chakra.
Yeah.
I didn't use that shit. It's amazing. I like that.
Got it. Throat chakra full of love.
Yes, yes, yes. You really killed it. And again, everybody at home, if you haven't yet, make sure you download Journey to Love on all streaming platforms. You will not regret it. Obviously, you got a nice little sneak peek into it.
Yes, so, yes. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support and your love. I really appreciate it.
So, like I said, with Journey to Love having been out in September, and I know you're working on a lot, you're writing on a lot, you're collaborating a lot. When's your next release? Anything?
I would probably say 2022 at the earliest, so I have time to really put stuff together. I like to take my time and put stuff together. I feel like it's like a baby. You can't rush it. You gotta like take its time, grow, and figure out like what it is that I want to do. I originally had an idea for a second part of Journey to Love, being the second part of my journey, which is more the inspirational music. But I don't know if I'll release that right away, as some of my musical ear has been getting pulled in other different directions. So we'll see what happens. The COVID's really changed a lot with how many people I can get, in contact with and really, sit down and make music with. And it's hard sometimes to kind of do it remotely. But it's still allowing me my time to delve into myself and really just like write and create and just do all that. So I'm just letting that ride for a little bit and we'll see what changes.
Man, not even a single though. Not even a little single to hold us down.
It may happen. I really got a nice song that was just sent to me not too long ago that I'm writing to. That it may or may not be a duet. and it's I like where it's going right now. There's two songs I'm working on right now I really really like. So I'm definitely if it can happen, I definitely might be releasing a single here and there before an actual project comes out as a whole.
All right, all right. I like that. I'm gonna just pray for another blizzard or two to keep your ass in the house and working. Maybe that'll
No,
get us.
not a blizzard. No.
If that's what gets your musical juices
Listen, I can
flowing,
make
just
this
you to
music on a
work.
beach in Puerto Rico. It's fine. Let's make that happen.
If you're gonna record there, you know what? Whatever makes it happen. You just
Right?
can't tease the audience and starve us like that.
I'm just saying, I'll do something. I swear, I'll do a little something.
Homie said, "Thanks for my album. I'll see you in a year."
Right?
Nah.
You know your things. Well, I mean, it's so funny because normally this time I would be touring, right? I'd be trying to set up shows and live shows and continue building the buzz of the album and stuff, but it's relatively impossible. So the closest thing I've had are these wonderful opportunities to connect with people and to be able to sing and stuff like that. So that's why I'm really grateful, for the platform to do this because this actually helps fulfill what I could have done had COVID not been a thing.
Yes, well, listen, we're very happy to have you, happy to bring you into the Soul Tree family. Like I told you time and time again before we even got on, you rock the show. We
Thank
love
you, thank
it.
you.
Your voice is spectacular. The album is great. Again, everybody, you heard 3 out of 8 tracks there. You got 5 more to listen to. Sign on. Any parting words you have for your audience, sir?
Use this time to invest in yourself. I really do believe that COVID was kind of a blessing in disguise. It allowed people to stay at home with your loved ones more, people you may have been avoiding or not dealing with. So we get to center on what matters, who matters, and especially ourselves. And hopefully, like I did, use the time to put out your projects, to take things that you put on the back burner and you sacrifice for others and bring them back to the front burner and start cooking because there's so much of us we forget when we get caught in our day-to-day basis. So please utilize this time to work on yourselves, your arts, your projects, your dreams, and please continue moving forward that way.
Amen, amen, amen. Once again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for singing for us, for sharing your album with us, for bearing your soul with us, and of course, for laughing with us.
Of course.
All right, for everybody at home, this has been So Untapped, another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful addition to our bi-weekly rather event. We will be back on February 16th with Jordan Fiction, and do not forget to tune in on February 11th to Sofa Soul open mic hosted by the lovely goddess RK and featuring Jess Pays. If you didn't catch her last time, I got to perform alongside her. She is freaking phenomenal. Her book is awesome. You will not regret tuning in. Everybody enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe. If you are up there on the East Coast, stay warm. Do not lose yourself in that snow. Take this time to, do something musical, put your art into something good. Just make something of it or relax if you need to. Everybody stay safe and healthy. And we will catch you next time. Have a great night. I'll see you, David.
See ya.